Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm doing a first impression video. I just got the Keurig K Supreme Plus Smart Coffee Maker. I just did an unboxing video, I did a setup video, and I did a video on how to connect your smartphone or your tablet, how to connect the coffee maker to Wi-Fi. Very simple. Please follow those videos if you want to see how to connect, and this has been just super fun. My detailed videos, I try to learn a little bit more about the coffee makers before I go into a detailed video. But this thing has been so much fun. I've got to get it out there to everyone. I think everybody's going to be curious about this coffee maker. And I'm just really excited. I was excited before it came, but man, I've just been playing around with it for about an hour or two. And it's super fun. I can't get over how much they've improved this Keurig coffee maker. And to be able to brew a Keurig from your smartphone, it's just fun. I don't know. This was just released July of 2021. It does cost $200, and you can only get it from the Keurig website. It's got this Brew ID. I'm kind of figuring out that Brew ID a little bit. There's a lot to that. It's got 5 strength settings. And I'm going to, like I said, this will not be my detailed video, but we're going to play around. I'm going to show you. I'm going to brew some cups of coffee. I'm going to brew it with the smartphone. It's got a really, really nice display. If you want any dimensions on my unboxing, I go over all the dimensions. Yeah, it says that's an OLED display. Pretty standard water reservoir. This really takes after the K Supreme Plus. Look for my new video, my future videos. I've got the K Supreme and the K Supreme Plus. I'll be doing a comparison with all 3 of these. But this one just looks really nice. They've just really upped their game. It's got the 5 needles. If you're not used to it, a lot of the older Keurigs just had single needles. This has got 5 needles. Water comes out of all of those needles. But it's got this new thing right up here. You can't see it in my other video, in my unboxing, I think I show you. There's like a little camera up in here, and it's going to read the cup. Now, something I've noticed, and I don't know if this is how it's doing it or not, but I have noticed that maybe it's looking at just the whole picture. But I have noticed these little codes here. I don't know if that's it or not. This has to do with the Brew ID. So it's just so much fun. Let's just put a cup in. Let's put a cup in. Let's close it. It automatically says Brew ID. Now it's reading the K-Cup somehow. Maxwell House recommended brew. It says you should brew it on an 8-ounce, balanced, and warmer. So all you've got to do is, if I just press the big K button, it's gonna keep those settings and just brew a coffee. So it says brewing. And again, there was a little camera inside, right above those needles. Maxwell House 100% Colombian. See how that's just so cool? Recognizes your K-Cup and tells you what to brew it on. Again, I'm not sure how it's doing it. I did put one of these in, and see how it doesn't have that? This is community coffee. They're not made by Keurig, I don't think. But it doesn't have that little symbol. It didn't recognize it. I brewed one earlier, it didn't recognize it. So I'm thinking it might have something to do with that. Now these are actually Keurig brand K-Cups, so I'm sure it's going to recognize those. But at least they're not having to make a new K-Cup. You know, there's not going to be a version 3.0 or something that we got to buy all new K-Cups now. These are K-Cups that I've bought these probably 6-7 months ago, that I've been using for my reviews and making coffee in these older Keurig machines. And the older Keurig machines didn't care. So there it brewed. You know, that part of it's pretty standard. It smells really good. I do like the 5 needle technology. It's got these little, yeah, enjoy your expertly crafted recommended brew. Okay, there you go. In my detailed review, I'll go over temperatures and everything. I just wanted to get a first impression. I've tasted this earlier. It's super hot, and it tastes really good. I just really do like those 5 needles. Now this does have some of the same things with the K Supremes. Sometimes you do get some coffee grounds up here, and you got to do some freshwater rinses, but okay, so I hope you can see that. That's what I'm talking about. This is different right here. And if you look even in there farther, it looks like a little camera or like a QR reader or something. I don't know. They got something going on there, but it's worked every time I've tried it. There's what the bottom needle looks like. This is all pretty standard. They did increase the size of the water reservoir. They did give you a free water filter. Sometimes they normally don't throw those in. That's about a $15 value, so that's really nice. The water reservoir does not, you can't relocate it to the side or the back. It's got this really nice metal finish on it. But here, let's put one in. I've got my tablet. So this was probably the funnest part. I've got a video on how to connect this, how to get this app. You do have to sign into your Keurig account or create one. And I show you how to connect the two to your Wi-Fi. This has been the most exciting part, I think, is this app. So here's what the app looks like. I can turn the coffee maker on and off. It works. But here's the fun thing. When I put a Keurig in, a K-Cup in, and it does that Brew ID, then when this is on and connected, which I connected it earlier and it's been staying connected, so that's nice. They're on the same Wi-Fi. It tells me what I've got in there. I've got a Green Mountain Dark Magic. Here's the fun part. Click on this. It's got these sliders. And there are max hot. Now there's little steps you can see. It's not infinite, but I can move it to the next step. And robust, intensity. So I can change these. And then I can do 10 ounces, 8 ounces. And I can hit this little heart button. I can whatever settings those were, I can say, those are my yummy settings. Create a favorite. So that's my yummy setting. Pretty neat. Again, I'm gonna have to do a whole video just on this app. This is the first time you can schedule a brew. You can get up in the morning, you can schedule a time, create a schedule. I can turn this coffee maker on and brew a K-Cup in the morning. Now, keep in mind, K-Cups cool off really quick. This thing also, I'm pretty sure it's gonna let me work with my smartphone or my home devices like Google Home and Alexa and that. I think it's gonna work with those. I'm gonna be able to lay in bed and tell it to turn my Keurig on and brew a cup of coffee or something. So I'm gonna do a whole video on that. And then they definitely want you to start ordering your stuff. But here's the fun part. So I've got the K-Cup installed. This is if I press this is the brew button. It warns me, make sure there's a mug. I didn't have a mug there, so I had to go get a mug. Hit continue. Remote brew in progress. That's super cool. Super cool. Your display changes, green, dark, look at the icon. Here's the brew. I'm not even sure what temperature I select, but I'll have to do, when my details review, I'll have to brew a cup of coffee with each temperature setting. So that's pretty hot. I don't even know what I set it on. This is their standard. It's very quiet and fast. I don't know how Keurig's doing it. If you've ever had some of the old Keurig machines, you can hear the big water pump, and the water pump, and then you hear the heating, boiling the water, and then it shoots it out. I don't know how they're making these so quiet, but they are. This is definitely right along the lines with the other K Supremes. It's a very quiet coffee maker. While it's brewing, we've got 4 ounce, 6 ounce, 8 ounce, 10 ounce, a bunch of temperatures. We got 6 temperature settings. The most I've ever seen is 3. We got 5 strength settings. We got 6 temperature settings, I'm sorry. Okay, remote brew. It says enjoy your perfectly personalized dark magic. That's so cool. This is the standard, 5 needles. And I've been drinking some of this coffee out of here. It tastes really good. I do like the 5 needle technology. So I don't have to use my smartphone. Okay, it's got the big add water light. And I got to add water. Even though there's still some water in there, I still got to add water. Okay, the screen says this a lot. When there's not a pod in there, it says insert pod or press K for hot water. So if I want to do hot water, then I can do 8, 10, I can do whatever amount of, oh, look at the display changes. That's awesome. Can I change the temperature of the hot water? No. No. So let's just do dispensing hot water. So this would be like a fresh water rinse. The tablet even says hot water. Let's just have a look around it. And that's a metal finish. Very nice. It's got the QR code is mainly just for downloading the app. Bigger reservoir. I love the handle. So Saturday morning, I'm going to do a live stream, and we're going to do this. We're only going to play around with this. I'm going to show everybody. It won't be a super long live stream, but if anybody's got questions on it, you can ask them. I'll try to demonstrate for you as best I can. Saturday morning live stream. Okay, so now let's do one of the, see, this is this community. They really advertised the community. I wasn't super impressed with it yet. In fact, the K-Cups seemed kind of cheap, but so let's put it in and see if it recognizes it. It's doing the Brew ID. Nope, it doesn't recognize. I don't think it recognizes it. Nope, I don't think it does. You know, there's not too much of a lag between what this sees and what that sees. I mean, there's a little bit of a lag, but it's nothing too bad. So now it says I can change whatever I want. Let's do strength. So, ooh, look, rich, robust. They give each one of them a name. I like that. Balanced, rich. Names are better than, oh, it's the second from the left. It's the third strongest. That's intuitive. I like that. Ooh, they even give the temperatures names. People are going to remember names more than they are, oh, 2 bars, 3 bars. Nope, they're going to be like, oh, I like mine extra hot, max hot. How cool is that? How cool is that? 4 ounce. Yeah, I do like how the display changes. I don't even know what some of this is over ice. Brew over ice. Brew over ice setting has been crafted to brew brew 2 pods. Okay, so hit OK. So they really don't want you changing it over the 6 ounce. See how the 6 ounce is there? Intense over ice. So that's probably like the standard brew over ice, where they decide the settings for you. Let's lift it. Oh, I'm having so much fun. So I lifted the handle and I left the pod in there. It gives you a caution. Brewing with a previously used pod can cause caution. That's awesome. Now, a lot of times you'll see this, I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is lit. So this corresponds with this okay. A lot of times they want you to reply to messages kind of like that. But wow, how fun is, that's neat. Look, when I lift the handle, it says close handle. I don't know if it's just me or not, but I'm just having so much fun. Just because they have changed, I mean, Keurigs have been, I don't want to say boring, but they have not been this much fun. So again, I don't know exactly why it couldn't read it. It may have something to do with just this is an actual Keurig, and maybe it sees that picture. We're going to find out more about that later, but that is a super neat technology. Let's put a Maxwell House in there again. I like how that says close handle. Got the Brew ID. I want to play around with some more settings. So this recognized it first over here. So I can bring up, so I did one earlier. I had it saved. Let's see if it finds my, oh, it found my yummy. Those are my saved settings. And I can do 10 customizable favorite settings. They're so much easier to do on the app. I'm sure I can do them on here too. Okay, so let's play around some more. What's this? So that must be like the recommended brew. So I can go back to the recommended brew when I press that button. But when I change the temperature to something I want, but I can always go back to the recommended brew. Okay, that's what that is. I can change some of the settings. I can do 10 ounce, 12 ounce. Super neat, super neat. Let's see. So nothing changed here. Press and hold. Okay, so it gives me the option to press and hold to save as a favorite. Huh. Press the heart button. Favorite saved. So that's it says favorite one. So when you do it from the machine, it just labels it favorite one. When I did it from here, I could actually give it a name. So I could put like my name on it, you know. Hey, this is my setting. This is your setting. And again, we get the picture. Brewing your first, and then I could hit cancel. I could stop the brew. Now, some things I heard him talking about was this thing's so since I log into this app, it knows that that's me, and it's gonna kind of keep track of what K-Cups I'm brewing. I think it's gonna like give me graphs of like, oh, you've used 20 K-Cups this month. You've used 10 Colombian ones, and I wonder how much they're gonna know. And I think there's kind of like an auto order they're gonna want you to do, and you can shop and you can fill up your, I think they want you to set up an auto where when it sees you brew a box or getting close to your box being empty, it's going to ship you a box out automatically. Okay, there's another coffee done. I can turn the coffee maker off. And I can turn it on. Okay, this is another feature I like. See how I left the pod in? I have a bad habit of doing that. It says I've got a used pod in there. Press and hold the K to power off. Huh, I didn't know that either. Powering off. Okay. I'm going to do videos on descaling this too. The manual was not very clear on descaling, but I'm sure there's going to be a descaling function of pressing and holding those, probably the 8 ounce or something, 12 ounce when you power it on. Or I'll do a detailed video on descaling. I think there is no power button. I think you just press, it says you press any button. Use pod. Okay, so this has been really fun. Check out my live stream where you guys can ask any questions you want on this tomorrow morning. I'm not sure exactly what time. Probably somewhere around 9:30 Central Time. Coffee with Dad and the K Supreme Plus Smart Coffee Maker. Thanks everybody for watching.